Hey guys, Hook Sports Cards here. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Well guys, on today's episode, I want to do a wrap up of my PSA Reveal. But before I do that, I want to show you a card that I won in a contest. It's the 2011 Topps Updated, the Mike Trout. And I won this on a contest with Chris from Missouri. I know most of y'all know Chris from Missouri. If you watch my channel, I'm sure that you watch his. Well, he did a fundraiser for Mike of Baseball Collector. He does some mission trips, and he was taking people to, I believe it was Ecuador this time. And so Chris wanted to raise money for him, so he did a little bit of a giveaway. And just so happened that my name was drawn, and I won this 2011 update, Mike Trout. So I'm going to turn this camera around real quick and just show you a close-up of this before I start doing my wrap-up of my PSA Reveal. All right, guys, just wanted to show you a close-up of this. 9.5. And to be honest with you, I looked at it, I couldn't see any flaws on this card. But I really got to thank Chris. I really appreciate it. But it was an awesome thing he did for Mike, you know, doing a fundraiser to help send some kids on a mission trip. So just an awesome thing that they did. So, but yeah, I really appreciate it. And I'm glad I won this card because to be honest with you, I was doing this well, I had a Mike Trout. Let me go back. I had a Mike Trout and I traded it for something a while back. I can't even remember what it was. And then I decided to put this 2011 updated set together because I had a lot of the stars and everything. And I was down to this Mike Trout card and I won it. So this thing completes my set. So, but guys, this is, like I said, this is the card I won in the contest. All right, guys, well, I want to get to my PSA Reveal wrap up. So I had 84 cards in this order, but only 54 of them were my cards. So I'm just going to talk about those. And out of those 54 cards, I was one grade lower on 25 of those cards. So I missed the grade that I predicted, one lower 25 times out of those 54 cards. Now listen to this. Then I was two or more, because there were some of them that I was actually 3 grades off. I just can't believe that I was that bad at grading these things. And I mean, I can understand one off, but seriously, you know, 2 or more, I wasn't that bad, because I mean, I put them under a magnifying glass and a lighted magnifying glass. I checked out the surfaces, the corners. I did everything that I should have done. And I know I'm not an expert, but I'm starting to wonder if these guys are experts as well, honestly. But I was off by 2 or more grades. And like I said, some of them I was off by 3. And I'm going to show you some of them probably here in a second. But 12 of those cards, I was 2 or more off. So out of the 54 cards, 37 of them were lower than what I predicted. That's just crazy. But so I was even. So I predicted the right grade for 15 of those 54 cards. And actually I was one over. I was over by 1 grade on one of those cards. And so that only adds up to 53. The reason why that is because I sent a Mike Smith rookie card in, and I predicted that it was going to get a 3 because it was off center so bad. But instead of it getting a 3, it got a 6 with a qualifier miscut. I thought they were stopping doing that. Unfortunately, they haven't. So, because I would have probably rather had 2 grades lower and it be a 4, honestly. But yeah, so I predicted a 3 on that Mike Smith rookie card, and it came back a 6 miscut. So yeah, it's unfortunate that, like I said, out of 54 cards, 37 of them, I was lower in the grade that I predicted. So, but guys, I just want to show you some of these cards and some of the flaws that PSA should have caught when they checked the labels too. So, but guys, let me let you check these out right now. All right, guys, well, let me start off with the card that was a positive for me. I got a 6 on this card, and I actually predicted that it would be a 5. So they went over what I thought. And I'm really surprised because if you could see here, the corner wear on that one and a little bit on that one. And so I definitely thought that it was going to be a 5, the best case. But it got a 6, and I'm thankful for that. But I want to show you a card here. It kind of frustrated me with the quality control of checking the labels. And as you can see on this card, you could barely see that that's a 6, because when it was printed off, the ink didn't go around all the way. It almost looks like a G on that thing. So now I don't understand. You know, you do 2 quality checks, and you know, I pay money and I wait time to get this card back, and then you can't do it right. So I think I'm going to contact them and see if I could send it back on their dime, not mine, and get a new label put on here, so where you could see it's definitely a 6. I mean, you could definitely kind of see, but you can see how the, you know, the printer didn't print it all the way out, unfortunately. Now I do want to start out with this Eddie Matthews. Now I had guessed a 6 on this, and they gave me a 4. And I'm going to be honest with you, they were right. And I missed something on this card that I didn't see when I first did it. Because, you know, we concentrate so much on the front of these cards, and I mean, look at these corners. I mean, does this card just not look really nice? Like, it's definitely going to get higher than a 4 on the front. Now, if you look at the back, there is a little bit of a stain, but I don't think that dropped it down to a 4. You know, and I looked this card over, but I guess I didn't take as much time as I should on the back, because I want you to see something. You see that? There's a crease on there, a little wrinkle that I didn't notice when I sent it in. So, you know, it's a legitimate 4, so I don't want to, you know, because I am going to complain a little bit about PSA, but this is one that they got right, that it was my fault that I missed. All right, guys, I'm going to try to speed this up just a little bit. And I'm back to this Bill Scourin card. Now, this got a 6. I mean, look at these corners on this thing. I mean, there's no surface problems on here whatsoever. The centering's perfect. This thing was easily an 8. I mean, there's no doubt about this, that this thing was an 8. I got a 6 on it. And now this Hank Bauer, I missed it by 2, but I can see where this could be a 7. You know, some of the corners aren't perfect. But if you look at the standards that are written up by PSA that have been around forever, there's no way you're giving this card a 6. And honestly, I want to put up that chart that what PSA goes by, supposed to go by, but they don't anymore. Hey guys, real quick, I just want to read what it says, what a PSA Near Mint is, the description of what that card can look like, okay? So a PSA Near Mint 8 is a super high-end card that appears mint 9 at first glance, but upon closer inspection, the card can exhibit the following: a very slight wax stain on reverse, slightly fraying at 1 or 2 corners, a minor printing imperfection, and or slightly off-white borders. Centering must be approximately 65 to 35 to 70 to 30 or better on the front, and 90-10 or better on the reverse. Now, if you look at those 2 cards that I just showed you in that previous, on this video, just the previous here, those 2 cards, those 2 cards would fit that description easily. but instead they got a 6. So, and if you read the 7, which I'll pop that up here also, and you can read that, but you know, even the 7, if you read that, I mean, without a doubt, those cards make 7. See, here's the problem. So PSA was bought out, right? And I guess it was Nate Turner, and I think, was it Steve Cohen that owns the Mets, a group of them bought this out. Now, they've raised the standards. There's no doubt about that they've raised these standards. Because if you go back and look at a PSA card, when they first started, or really up until when Nate Turner and Steve Cohen bought PSA with their group. So if you look at those cards, the standard was really what this is. If you go on PSA right now and you read all the standards from what a PSA 1 is all the way to a PSA 10 and everything, there is no way in the last, 3 years or whenever that was that they bought them, that this is the standards anymore. So they need to change what this is so we all know. Now, I'm still going to send stuff into PSA because, you know, even though I'm a collector, I am a seller too. You know, I set up at card shows and I sell on eBay, and I do that, and I make money, you know, off this. You know, I collect, but I also make money. So I'm not going to apologize for that. That's what I do, you know. But they need to write the new standards of what they want these cards to be graded as. Because as of right now, those 2 cards that I just showed you were definitely the definition of 8s. And to be honest with you, the Bill Skowron card would probably be a 9 by their definition. So, you know, I'm not trying to complain and everything. I'm just saying, you know, make this fair, you know, for the collector and the investor, and, you know, and stuff like that. You know, if we're going to send cards in, give us a true standard to go by. All right, guys, and this is the last thing I want to go over about PSA. And somebody brought that to my attention. I'd known about this, but I wasn't paying attention when I first started recording these. Somebody brought it to my attention. But can you see the difference in the holders here? How this doesn't have the line right here that holds the cards in all around. This holder looks like one for, I would say, the 55, 56 cards. The bigger cards, you know, and like the 56 football and stuff. So why would you put this in one of those holders instead of like these right here that have the line going across for the regular cards? I mean, am I happy with the grade? Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I think it could have been a 9, but it is off center, you know, and probably maybe too much. So, but an 8, I'm happy with an 8, but why would you put it in one of those holders instead of one of these? I mean, I would just love to know why PSA did that, you know. So, and you know, honestly, I thought this Whitey Ford was a 7, and you know, I mean, it's really nice. Let's see if I missed something on the back. I mean, I don't think I did. I mean, I think it should have been a 7. So, you know, but yeah, I'm just a little frustrated you can't put it in the right holder and everything. And like I said, with the big Bill Skowron 59, you can't make sure that the label printed was right. So I am a little frustrated at PSA about some of the stuff they did. I mean, we do pay for these cards to be put in here and done right, and it does take time. So if it's going to take that much time, do it right. Hey guys, well, I appreciate you watching today. And like I said, I wasn't just trying to rail on PSA, but I want them to be better. And I think that's why those guys bought PSA, is to make it better. Now, I know they're trying to make money as well, but you know, they just need to just do better on their quality control and make sure they send that stuff out in the right slabs, you know. But I mean, I'm still going to send stuff in to PSA. Matter of fact, I got stuff there right now waiting for it to come back. It should be back here in a month and a half, and I'm going to do another PSA reveal, and you know, hopefully don't have any problems with it. But guys, I appreciate you watching today, And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask that you do so. But guys, until next time, we'll see you later.